Okay, hello everybody. How are you? Long time no see. This is Lofi. We've taken a very long hiatus from filming, editing, kind of everything. And I was sort of in a slump. Yeah, it's just like it's hard to get back on track during all this nonsense, am I right? But I did see something the other day that was just like, I could be excited about a product and be like, oh yeah, let's get that and let's put it on the backlog. But there are other products that I'm just like, this has to be taken down a fucking peg. Because it's just stupid, right? Okay, let's talk about it. I'm sure I've seen this exact kind of thing parodied before. Like, I'm sure you've seen things from H3H3 and all that about just like ridiculous vessels for water that's essentially as good as, if not as good as, tap water. And there's definitely something to be said about that. Just a level of ridiculousness that's hard to achieve. It's definitely something that is superfluous in a practical world in every way, but somehow people still end up spending money on it. It's pretty ridiculous. And today, well, we are going to be looking at liquid death, mountain water. Ooh, it sounds appealing right away, right? Get that liquid death in me. Murder my thirst is what it says, and it has a little decal of some kind of like a skull here, like facing upwards towards the title of this beverage. Curious choice. It's sort of like dripping stuff downward from the skull. Again, not a very pleasant image, you know. Now I'm getting like waterlogged corpses. A ridiculous description. My boyfriend read it aloud to me, and the whole time I was just like face palming, multiple face palming akimbo. It was terrible. This is embarrassing. Listen to this shit. This frosty can of pristine Austrian mountain water won't just refresh your body, it will murder your thirst. Our proprietary thirst murdering process. So here's some bullshit. Like they sprung for the lettering up here, but down here it's just like, okay, we're going to take away the white label so that you can see the can, and that contrast is going to be the lettering that you're going to read. But my eyes aren't that great, so anyway, bear with me. Our proprietary thirst murdering process begins with liquid death, forming a rope of veins that will wrap around your thirst's head and strangle it. I mean, interesting choice of words. Do veins have like muscles? Are they capable of like doing that kind of damage? Once liquid death reaches your thirst's brain, all your thirst's memories will be replaced with repeating loops of its own head imploding. This is just cooked up in a fever dream, isn't it? This is just like somebody tripping on acid. And like, quick, write this down. We're totally going to be able to sell it if we do it like this. Which is exactly what happens next by it causing your thirst head to implode and its brains to squirt out of its ears. It just makes me sigh. It's just like, I'm already tired. Once your thirst has been murdered. This description is murdering me. The soul of your thirst will begin to escape and float towards the ceiling. At this point, drink a second sip of liquid death to rip its soul back down and force it to begin gluing its own body parts together so that it can crawl back inside you and eventually grow into a fully formed thirst once again. So, okay, what do we know from this? It's like our thirst is essentially the T1000. There's no killing it permanently, you know. This is gonna do the job just as good as any other fucking water on the planet. Death to plastic. 5 cents from every can sold is donated to help clean up plastic garbage from oceans. Hey. You got one thing on here. You got one small portion of this packaging that's dedicated to anything that isn't complete horseshit. Congratulations. Oh, who puts this out? It's Austrian. It sounds like a death metal thing, right? Alright, enough chit-chatting. Let's get into it. Let's see if we can tell it different from any other filtered water. Like, filtered out of a Brita. 10 feet over that way at my sink. Yeah, it tastes like it comes from a can. That's for sure. It's weird drinking water out of a can. Can I say that? It reminds me of all the times where I didn't have another vessel, and I had to, like, you know, pry open the little inner tongue as far as it would go so I could actually get fucking water down in there, and then fill that, and then drink it back out of there, and it's like, oh god, it's, like, the bubbles are getting in through the mouth, and that creates a weird sensation when I'm drinking. It's not quite like drinking it out of a glass. Speaking of which, yeah, if I can detect any difference from that, it's not a good one. It's a long way to go, and it's a whole lot of loud noises, and much ado over nothing. I really can't endorse this product in any way. It's silly. There's no reason it should stay around unless people are really that environmentally conscientious, to where they do want hashtag death to plastic, and they want to 5 cents from every can sold donated to help clean up plastic garbage. But I can't say it's any better than a plastic bottled water. Definitely not. I almost get the impression right now that I would rather have just like an Arrowhead or a Safeway brand water. It just feels like there's less can taste to it. Well, you guys, I guess my thirst has been murdered. Temporarily, of course. This isn't permanent liquid death. No. I think that's more of like a can of liquid plumber or something. Don't go drinking that, though. You won't get hydrated at all. Alright, you guys. This one's a 2 out of 10. If there's some reason that some quirky person bought a bunch of these and they're like, hey, you know, I'm trying to make an impression, I'm handing these out at my party, it's like, you wouldn't turn it down. But you probably wouldn't take it over a different bottled water, one that probably costs half the price. But who knows? It might be an environmentally conscientious party. Alright, you guys. Have a fantastic day. 2 out of 10, I think I already said it. Not worth the money. It tastes alright, but it's superiors cost less. Alright. So, hope you enjoyed Liquid Death, and I'll try to keep you guys posted on my Discord and on my Twitter. Still streaming every day. Don't forget, over on Twitter. Over on Twitch. Don't forget, we're still streaming every day on Twitch. Come on by. We do it 6 p.m. till 10 every day, PST. See you there. Once again, big thanks goes out to my Patreon support. Sorry about the long pause in content, but I'm going to have more coming soon. Stay tuned.